Did you reset the key?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm hoping that was the issue. Looks like it was.
Oh, we're live.
Hey, everybody. We had a bit of technical difficulties. Had a few of those, but we are back, and this is the Sunken World Saga, Dungeons & Dragons actual play live stream with 4 groups, each with 4 characters, and a total of 8 players and me, your Dungeon Master. My name is Ben, and I'm going to be having the 4 players who we have tonight introducing themselves and their character and class. So let's just go down the line, the order that I wrote you for keeping track of initiative, with Zakar.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing the Human Ranger Zakar.
Okay, and then we have Biff.
I'm Zach. I'm playing the Halfling Bard, Biff Tree Needle, a smooth-talking, dulcimer hammering rastabout.
And then we have Khalid.
Hey, I'm Brian. I am playing a Elven Paladin. Just remembering how to say words. Elven Paladin.
Then we have Jackson.
I'm Nathaniel Potts Wells, and I am playing Jackson Parr. He is a human conjuration wizard and all-around occult dude.
Alright. We have varying levels of specificity about your characters in the introductions. Zakar is an enigma. He's just
Man of mystery.
a human ranger. So this group, dubbed Team 1, because of order reasons, they, in their first adventure, their first session, fought a group of bandits after a night of celebration in a small town in Shuhan, a large and powerful kingdom. They fought these bandits when these bandits were trying to lure them out of town to feed them to a group of trolls. A group of trolls that they apparently were feeding for someone called the Stormlord. Upon returning to the town, they basically got a little bit more information and found out that there was a nearby fort.
Full of dogs.
There was a nearby fort, and it was filled with gold. And all of the gold was ours to be taken.
And Khalid died.
Oh, no!
No, there was a nearby fort, and it just so happened that passing through the town was a, not a full legion, but a part of a legion led by a small halfling named Tiberius, who, I guess he's regular size for a halfling, but a legion from the Hallandor Empire to the west. With some convincing, Tiberius agreed to have a few of his men come with you all and aid in dealing with this problem. Upon reaching the fort, you snuck in to try and open the gate for these legionnaires and saw that the Lord of Storms, Wotarn, was a giant larger than the stories had ever said a giant could get. With the Legion aiding you, you managed to eventually strike down Wotarn, the Lord of Storms. And upon doing so, above your heads, thunder crashed and lightning struck, the clouds darkened, and so began the worst storm any of your characters have ever seen. And that is where we begin our session tonight. With you all in the fort of Wotarn, his body now lying on the grass of the pavilion of his fort. Zakar, you over here, with the wall of this section heavily damaged by the long spear of the giant. Jackson, you standing on this part of the wall, your poison spray having done so much of the work to take that fella down. And Khalid and Biff, you all having just joined the Legionnaires and their commander Tiberius in the pavilion down below. And you recall that there were a few things that you maybe did not fully see inside of the fort.
Well, while the storm's raging, you guys want to check out and see if there's anything cool in this fort?
Are you
Get out of the
talking
storm
to
a little
me?
bit. Everybody. Can everybody hear me? I know we're kind of spread out.
What?
Y'all want to check out this fort?
Oh, hold on, I
I'm gonna go
can't hear
back
you.
and
Hold
see what
on.
was in those chests.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them chests. Oh, I don't know why I slipped into that character voice. Maybe I should keep it.
I'd like to check this pit.
Okay. Khalid, you go over to the troll pit, and Zakar does a double take to look down into it. And you can see that there are about 20, only 5 moving, but 20 bodies of large trolls, like the ones that you fought the night before. The 5 that are alive
Those
now
were
seem-
ogres.
Ogres, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ogres that are the ones that are alive seem wounded, seem pretty banged up, and you can see that the living ones are sitting on the bodies of their dead brothers, munching on 2 men who fell into the pit.
Okay.
Khalid, what do you think we should do with these? I'm calling out, I guess, from the wall.
I mean, it's, I think, best to strike them down, correct?
I think so. They're monstrosities.
Can my,
Actually, they're giants, but you know.
can my Wandao reach them?
It can if you say it normal. I'm
Wandao!
just kidding. Say it however you
no.
are taken to
What?
say it.
Wando. Guando. Like that? No, that's not it. Guandao. I feel like I'm still stretching it out.
It can, like, if you stand right at the edge of the pit, you would be able to probably slice them up a little bit.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would do. They are not meant for this world.
Okay, yeah, and you, I don't think you need to roll. I think they're wounded enough and distracted enough that you managed to do the grisly deed and put these things out of their odd existence as prisoners to another large and troublesome thing. And they
Okay.
I would probably be shooting as well, but that's my last arrow. So
okay, then yeah, you and Zakar make quick work of them.
Thanks. Thank you, Zakar.
well, of course. How many people did we lose down there?
You hear Tiberius addressing his legion is like, "Oh, we were lost almost 100 men."
Wow. Well, thank you for your assistance, Tiberius.
Of course, thank
Yeah.
you for opening the gate. Without you, and
Don't-
he's walking over to you. And he has he is short, but earlier when you saw him, before you traveled to the fort, he was like cloaked up. Now in his armor, you can see that he is a jacked halfling. When he
A jackling?
a jackling, yeah. And he walks over to you and is like extending his hand to Zakar.
Okay. Yeah, I'll extend my hand back to him. And I'll say, Ashula Mazdan blessed us this day.
Well, if he did, perhaps I will do a bit of reading on him. But I thank you. I am happy that we could help. This storm is trouble, friend Halfling. I think my men will be sleeping inside of this fort tonight.
Yeah. Do you want us? Should we sleep inside the giant? You think there's room in the fort for us too?
Well, I don't think you should sleep inside the giant. I mean, they
Yeah.
they smell pretty bad on the outside. I think there will be room enough in the fort. There are, and he looks around and he says, less of my men than I came with.
Wait, where did Jackson go? He was just up there.
He's gone into the building the way that we came out of it, like the way we snuck in and then came out the roof.
Yeah, this platform had like a trap door that you could get up onto it from.
I was asking our companions
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Well, and the implication being, should we go and check out what he's looking at, or do you think he'll be fine on his own?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if there's anyone left inside, so we might want to get to him as soon as we can, just to make sure everything's all clear.
I will be disposing of the giant's body, giving my men a burial. Come! And his legion starts to walk with him to start doing some cleanup.
Ben, do I see any like caches of arrows down here that the bandits used, or anything like that?
You see a quiver of arrows, very similar in design to your own. That,
Perfect.
Puts you back up to full.
You say there's about 20 in there?
I would say there are, you know what, there's 21 in there.
Oh wow, even better.
There's enough arrows to buy alcohol in there.
And cigarettes. But you all have... You have your arrows. And I can say that you all join Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then you all go back to here. And Jackson, you have been in here for a few minutes, so you're wherever you want to be. I have an inkling as to where that is, yeah. Do you want to roll investigation check on the chest?
Yes, please.
Okay. Investigation check, please.
Alright. 1 second, I bring up my character sheet again.
Of course. Investigation. Wow. Okay. You
Nice.
see that there is clearly there is, from the warping of the chest towards the lock. There's not like a latch. It is like a lock that seems to undo a latch inside of the chest. There's some warping that leads you to believe that there is probably a trap that goes off upon opening the chest, and that it needs to be dealt with before you unlock it.
I can take a crack at that if any of you guys are as deft with your hands as me. Go ahead, but I think I could probably.
Yeah, I'd be more than welcome to have you try and disarm that.
Well, all right.
Okay, do you have thieves' tools? Oh, no. Okay. Well, a high enough sleight of hand check would have done it, and you succeeded.
Nice.
So basically, Biff just... This is like a large human chest, so Biff just kind of like... Let me get in there, and you just
A
sort
new
of...
home for me.
I mean, the box is big enough that you could probably sleep in it comfortably. You sort of just slide your fingers around and find a little purchase, and you hear a click, 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 and you hear like almost like you hear like an exhale of breath, and then you're just like, yeah, I nailed that. I feel like this is safe to open now.
All right, well, let's open it up.
Ready, and you flip it up, and inside you find what amounts to in different coinage, but for your character's sake, let's just make it simple. You find about 120 gold. There is a small glass ball that has has carvings in the glass, and then you find a silver necklace, like a silver chain and a small pendant, and carved on the pendant there is a question mark.
Hey, Jackson, are you getting any, feeling any magic coming off any of this stuff?
Well, first off, is there anything about like the things that are carved into that glass that looks arcane of nature?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. 18 total.
18. Okay, so there are two mystical runes on it. So you recognize that they are not just plain runes; they are runes that enable this thing to cast a spell of a certain sort. One being a transmutation rune, like sort of the main symbol for the school of transmutation, and the other one being a rune of power, meaning that it's probably a big boy spell. And then on either side, you have a picture. You have a picture of a man between two of the runes, like on one side, and then on the other side, you have a picture of a leopard.
Oh.
Well, it's dummy magic for sure with these runes, but possibly quite powerful. And then let me take a look at this necklace. I'm going to do the ritual for detect magic.
Okay.
Oh wait, detect magic? Yeah, that's what I have.
So I think detect magic's usual casting time is instant, so it just takes you 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's one action, so it's 10 minutes and 6 seconds to.
Yeah. So
do
while Jackson is taking 10 minutes and 6 seconds, are the rest of you all just chilling with him?
Yeah, let's go ahead and divvy up the gold.
All right.
Khalid, what are you doing over here by the store?
Oh, I just moved.
Oh. We did the thing where we were trying to get past each other in the hallway.
Yeah, we did a little dance. Wait,
Yeah.
not today. Oh, I'll go by the chest and just be there to protect Jackson from weird magic if that happens. If he blows something up, I can push him out of the way.
Yeah, Jackson is
Jackson.
He's drawn a circle with chalk on the ground, and he's in the center of it. He's put the necklace down, and then he lights a candle, and he just waves it around lightly, letting little splatters of wax land on the ground inside the circle. And then he starts drawing lines from the circle to the dots of wax that have landed on the ground.
Okay. Zakar, did you enter this little room?
Yeah, I'm gonna try the door.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door, and inside, I don't have anything down, but you find... Oh man, it's like a small kitchenette. It's basically like there is a small stove that seems like it uses firewood to heat. Like it's literally just they start a fire inside of a box and put things on top of it. Yeah, there's like a table, and there is a crate that is lined with salt because they use so much of that to preserve the things inside.
Okay, I'll open up the crate.
Okay. When you open up the crate, you just sort of see there's it seems like there's not a lot of meat, which is surprising. Usually in a place with people who fight, mercenaries, soldiers, anything, there are heavy protein stuff. But in its place, there seem to be like a lot of beans and a lot of tree nuts. And then there are some root vegetables like radishes, turnips.
Yeah, is there like a big pot that I can throw it all in? Get a stew going for everyone?
There indeed is. There's a big pot that you feel like is perfect for stew.
If I'm gonna get that stew a brewing.
Okay, I need you to make a survival
Stew check.
I think if any check was made for making stew.
Yeah.
On a 1, you accidentally made soup.
It's real thin, but you also didn't take 8 hours. You feel like you make a serviceable stew.
And I'm trying to cook in bulk too, I think. Like, I want to be able to bring some food to the Legionnaires down there as well.
Okay. Yeah. then I think that's kind of why you feel like it's maybe not the best stew.
Right.
Just because you're just like, shit.
I'm just throwing it all in. Yeah, exactly.
But it's definitely edible, and some people might enjoy it. They're from Hallandor, which actually is known for its food, so they might not like it. But
Well,
they'll probably eat it. They're soldiers.
too bad. Yeah.
But Jackson, you finally managed to cast your spell.
Okay, so it just I can see an aura on things that have magic within 30 feet from me, and I can tell what school of magic if it has any.
Okay. So the small orb that does light up, and you can tell that it's transmutation magic. The amulet, which has the question mark carved into the front, and you notice, inspecting it, that it has the Elvish word for shape on the back. It is glowing, and you can tell that it's magical, but the school part does not come across. You cannot tell what school of magic it is.
This is interesting. There's definitely magic to this necklace, but I can't tell what kind of the proper magics that are taught in the schools this would belong to. I love it.
Well, why don't you hold on to it, and then maybe if you're ever in like a dire circumstance, just try to use it to see what happens.
I'm going to just go ahead and wear that baby.
Okay, you got it on.
Yep.
You are wearing a necklace. That's
Cool. And I'm assuming there's nothing else in like this room area that would glow for me.
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Okay. Except for that weapon that I can't pronounce.
Oh, the Guandao, yeah, sorry.
Guandao. That's not it.
I mean, it is. It's just you're saying it in a voice.
I don't know what you mean.
Should we check out other rooms in the fort, see if there's anything else that's interesting at all?
Yeah, just make a investigation check, I would say. And Zakar, I would say you don't make one because you're busy with that stew.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have time to treasure hunt. I am making a stew.
Well, I mean, it has to simmer for a little bit, so I could probably help some.
Yeah. You're risking, underhandling your stew, but all right.
I only got a 10, so.
I'll come with you while I can feel the aura of magic about me.
Okay, then Jackson, make an investigation.
Okay. $15.
Okay, both pretty high. So you go around and you manage to collect a fair number of weapons. You get, walking around, 3 short swords, 4 hand axes, 2 battle axes, total of 80 arrows.
Whoa.
6 javelins, and a suit of studded leather. Like studded leather armor. And with your magic popped up, you do see that there is something magical inside of a room, but when you try to open the door, and it seems to be a smaller room, when you try to open the door, you cannot get it open. The shape of it is vaguely it's like a wand. You've seen a wand before.
Do I get a read on what school magic it would be if it has one?
Evocation.
Push it up one.
The child's magic.
I mean, I'm not above using it.
We'll need a way in.
Yeah. Perhaps isn't worth what the trouble we go through. What's blocking it?
It's
This
just
door just won't open.
yeah, it's like a really thick, like hardwood door.
There's no knob or anything, no like handle.
There is a handle, but it's locked.
Okay. Is it a pickable lock?
Does not seem to be. Like it's there is a lock, but it is like really really small. Like even with
How tightly sealed would you say this door is?
it seems to be sealed pretty roughly.
Like I wouldn't chance trying to send my spider through the door jamb.
Oh, underneath it you could probably get your spider in.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm
Okay.
going to kind of just like draw my hand up from the ground, and a spider's gonna just like seep up through the floor, the same one from before, and it's gonna scuttle under, and then I'm gonna put my hand on the door and close my eyes and just look through its eyes as it goes.
So your spider scuttles under the door. And upon getting inside, you can see that this is like a bedchamber. Sort of Spartan, like most of the stuff in this fort. What's interesting is that the bed seems to have been used very recently, even though the door is locked, and you can't... In all of the time that you were keeping an eye out on these bandits, didn't seem like there was any real structure other than the biggest guy is in charge, and that's a giant. So just kind of seems out of place. When you turn, you can see that, like when the spider turns, you can see that the lock is actually a like jam.
What could you describe the jam a little bit?
Yeah, the hole that looks like a keyhole, there is just basically a weird little, like, iron cup that's over where that hole should be, and that iron cup seems nailed to the door, so the door can't open in. So it doesn't seem like that is, upon inspection from this side, that doesn't seem to be a lock at all.
Okay, and so the room that, or whatever, I guess the room on the other side of the door, and then whatever hallway or whatnot we're standing in, what's like the material of these rooms made of?
So it is the same stone as the fort, which is a sort of like brown sedimentary rock.
Mm-hmm.
The door is likely cypress,
Okay.
but aged and blasted with fire. Also, I'm very sorry. Roll20 ate my maps that I worked on today, so I can't.
Oh, that
give you
sucks.
yeah. Example.
I have an idea, but it could be dangerous.
That's never stopped me before.
Okay, I am going to... cast Grease,
Okay.
and I'm going to spread a bunch of this grease on. I'm gonna cast it so that it hits like at the floor of the door, like where the door meets the floor, and just like slide as much of it as I can to get it all compact near the door. And then I'm going to light a torch and set the grease on fire to see if I can burn the door away.
I thought you were gonna try to fit Biff under the door, like grease him up, and squeeze him under the.
You're a little fella.
I'm real flexible.
I cast Flat Stanley. Get under there. Yeah, you pile up that grease and then You set it ablaze. I need you to roll a grease check. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. Make just a general intelligence check.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay. You just are leaning a little bit too close to the grease when you get that fire going, and you burn just like the tips of some of your hair. Basically, just gets a little singed. But
that's greasier than the floor.
But you
that's slicked back.
You just made more grease.
But you do manage to get the door started, and it's a kind of controlled burn. And you can basically get the door open once it's burned away from that sort of jam. That you can see once you get inside and it's sort of fallen away from the burned up door. It's like a very rudimentary deal. Like it was not complicated. It was basically just like, let me barricade this. What's weird is how did they get out?
Yeah. Is there a window in here?
There is not one, no.
Maybe some sort of trapdoor situation?
And I'm not sensing any other source of magic.
You can tell that there is a spell in the room. And I guess you would be able to see it, wouldn't you? You can see that under the bed.
I can see an aura.
Yeah, under the bed you can see that there is something, and it seems to be moving. It's very small.
I'm gonna slap my companion and point down under the bed.
What are you looking for here?
I don't know. But there's something moving under there, and there's a smell of magic to it.
Oh, and there's an end table where there's a drawer, and in the drawer is where you see that wand shape.
Okay.
What were you asking, Biff?
Can I see under the bed with my dark vision?
If you drop down and look underneath.
I'll crouch a little bit, see if I can see what's under there.
Yeah, make a perception check. Perception 10. Yeah, you see there is a small mouse with jet black fur. Yeah, when it sees you see it, it kind of pins itself up against the wall.
Can I use animal handling and a little rations to try to kind of coax it out? See if I can make friends with it?
You can give it a shot.
21.
Before you do anything with the ration, it starts to come towards you.
Okay, yeah, just hold out my hand and see if it'll crawl into my hand.
Yeah, do you do anything with a ration?
I'll put a little bit in the hand just so it has something once it gets in there.
It seems not. It doesn't seem interested in that.
Okay. But he's interested in me, we're cool?
The mouse seems to have identified that you are not a threat. It's regarding you with a little bit of curiosity.
Okay. So
Jackson, you notice that the magic is now emanating from Biff's hand.
That's definitely the thing that showed some magic. Perhaps you should grab that wand you would like.
Okay.
And we should head to the others.
I'm gonna kind of open the end table and get the wand and they kind of just point it at the mouse and say is this anything to you? Do you know what this is?
So the wand is made of ice.
Oh, is it cold to the touch?
It's very cold, but it doesn't seem like it is capable of melting. It's almost like dry ice, but it doesn't immediately damage your hand irreversibly. But when you point it at the mouse climbs around and clings to the little halfling hairs on the back of your hands.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it away. I don't want to scare this mouse. Does it seem to understand me when I talk to it?
Make a perception check. Or I guess insight would actually be the
worse.
It's
Actually, do something that you can get a -1 on.
it's like a mouse, like language that's like a human thing, or like a mortal race thing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep this mouse with me for as long as it'll stay with me, and then we can kind of head back to. I'm gonna bring it up and get him back. All right, we're gonna go back to our friends, but they're not gonna hurt you if you want to tag along, just to be on the safe side.
Okay. And you all walk out of the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as you're past the threshold of the door, the mouse jumps down from your hand onto the ground and runs away.
Bye.
There's
some sort of wizard enemy or something?
And you can tell, Jackson, as the spell is ending, the magic is the whole aura is the mouse.
Okay.
And then the spell ends, and it's just a mouse running away, and you can't tell that. I mean, you know that he has it, but you can't see the wand at Biff's side. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I believe that was definitely some kind of a magic spell that turned that thing into a mouse, or perhaps. It did it to itself?
Yeah, that was the question I had. Maybe this was one of the bandits who, hearing that all of his friends were dying, maybe transformed himself into a mouse to try to escape.
Well, I mean, we got its toy, and I gestured to where you put away the thing, and if it has to hide itself and then scurry about, I don't believe it's much threat to us.
Yeah, if it comes back and seems to be threatening at all, I can just use this wand to probably freeze it or something. I don't know. This seems like this kind of wand thing this wand would do.
Yeah, my assumption is it'll do that. Shoot some kind of fireworks to dazzle.
Yeah, I do love fireworks. Don't you, buddy?
Not necessarily.
Well, Mr. Life of the party, you ready to rejoin our crew?
Sorry, I just don't prefer cheap tricks. I like true power.
No, I understand. Reach up to kind of try to slap you on the back, but I end up slapping you on your upper thigh. That's about as far as I can reach.
It is not impressive. His upper thigh.
Slaps against bone.
It's scrawny yet soft.
And you all return to Zakar and Khalid, who have just finished up some stew.
Smells like average stew in here.
Yeah, that was Khalid's part that he helped with.
Oh. Ouch. Guys, I read a book about a demon lord who presents as a mouse who's bringing the end of the world. Did you guys... No, never mind. Yeah, I made the bad part of that stew.
Did you use the demon mouse to make the bad part?
Yeah, there's mice in there.
That's probably what took away some of the flavor. Demons
it's not the flavor, it's the little
to them.
bones. It's just like you take a bite and you're like, that's a lot of bones. And it's not.
Just a weird texture. You're not expecting it.
It's not their bones. That's just their leg and arm teeth.
Leg and arm teeth.
Yes. You've never seen a demon before?
Oh, right. It's a demon mouse. I forgot. What have
speaking of bones, don't you have that crow foot still?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, Khalid, I interrupted you. What
no,
were you
you're
saying?
fine.
Unfortunately, it's in my pack that's on my back, so whenever I would look for the aura of it, I couldn't tell if it was magical or not.
You're just chasing your tail.
My own tail.
I don't know. Maybe we could throw that in the stew.
Yeah, bird's feet, dude. Give it a nice silky texture.
I was hoping I might learn something from it rather than fill my belly.
Well, when you eat something, don't you get its powers? That's what I learned.
You know, I've never tried that before, but that's a very interesting idea, actually. I'll have to experiment with that.
Well, have you ever gained like chicken powers or fish powers?
Well, no, but really, the source of alchemy is not much of a different thought than that, now that I believe on it.
Well, you can swim, can't you?
Me?
Yeah, you, Jackson.
Oh, like a fish.
Just like a fish.
Just like a fish.
And you always feel like whenever you've eaten chicken, you just have this real sense of like, I should be able to fly, but I can't.
Yeah.
And then I just peck my nose onto the ground for a few minutes.
And I spent a lot of time watching you graze. Like when you think no one's watching you in a field, you just graze.
But you all
My
have,
secret is out.
you all have the choice to eat this stew and maybe have a rest, and you can take it out to the Legionnaires, Zakar, if you'd like.
So, Ben, I don't know if you were listening, but is there anything I felt or could see aura-wise when I had Detect Magic up with the weird giant bird legs that I had stolen from the encounter we had? That had runes on them.
Oh,
Chicken feet, basically, but they were from
the
giant
ones
ravens.
that you fought there. Okay, yeah, sorry. With them being dead, I don't really think so. You get,
Okay.
I'll say, you have a faint glow of some magic, like they're maybe these runes used to mean something that are carved into them, but
Okay.
they do not have an active effect now. It's like the death of
Okay.
a star. There's still some glowing, but
So what Ben's saying is it's going in the stew.
Could you separate out the stew that doesn't have that foot in it before?
No.
What I'm saying is I would like to eat my stew before you put a dead bird's foot in it.
I guess, but I was trying to make tree nut and dead bird foot stew, and that was kind of the missing ingredient.
In Louisiana, putting your foot in it means it gets better. So it's got that soul food spice.
You know, I'm not going to give you up your delights, and I'll give you the chicken foot. The giant chicken foot.
Well, you have two of them, right? You could throw one in and keep the other, if you want.
That's a good point. And I'll, and if I can't learn anything from it, then you can make the same meal again.
Perfect. All right, and yeah, Ben, once I give stew to my companions, I'll take the pot down and hand it out to the Legion that's down there.
Extra foot, please.
all right. Biff gets extra foot with his helping. And you go down, and basically the giant is currently on fire.
Jeez.
Like as soon as you walk out into the courtyard, it's
It's
just
a really big fire.
yup. It's basically a bonfire that the soldiers are kind of sitting around. Like they have some tents that are basically just up on poles, so that they can sit around it, because the like quartermaster is assigning them space in the fort as they are going through and making sure that it is like uninhabited. But you go around and pass the stew out, and they are very appreciative, despite their food culture background.
Is it still raining outside?
It is still raining, and it seems to only be getting worse.
Okay. I'd like to find a place near the fiery giant in the rain, and I'd like to pray for like an hour.
Okay. So you just sit in the rain and prey facing the corpse of a burning giant.
Yeah, just multiple elements washing over me.
Okay. Yeah, your clothes are wet, but you feel like there's like this constant dry from the bonfire being so close. And you see Tiberius, and he is sort of sitting among his men and sort of just staring into the fire. And then you see something very odd. They have broken open a few casks of their own supplies, and they seem to be drinking, sort of letting themselves loosen up. The ones who don't have the check the fort out duty, and you see a not a soldier, a civilian dressed woman, a woman from Shuhan, dressed in fine silk robes, who is drinking with them. But you've passed the stew around?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were saying that Khalid saw this.
I both.
Yeah.
Because you both have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I would... I don't know, I guess if I ran across the quartermaster, maybe he would be the one that would better distribute it? I don't know. I don't really want to be scooping soup all night.
Hey, quartermaster. And he agrees. You don't have to explain it to him much. He's just...
Sure.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'll find Tiberius, and I will just ask, like, who's this woman?
Oh, she was a prisoner in the fort, apparently.
Oh, but they don't seem like the type to take prisoners. Have you talked with her?
She spoke to me upon coming into the rain. She said that she has been holed up inside for a few days, but upon hearing the commotion, she unlocked her room and made her way outside. I suppose
do
not a
you trust her?
I do. I have a way of telling when people are lying to me.
Well, what way is that?
He smiles at you and says, "Just intuition."
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry again for the men that you lost. What's your plan from here? Where are you headed next?
Back home. I was hoping one of my men would be able to see it. I'm hoping not to leave, but I think there is going to be war up north. So I will likely be there in a few months. He's kind of messing with the straps of his armor as he talks. Kind of just absent-mindedly, and he's still mostly looking at the fire.
This might seem like a strange question to you, Tiberius, but do you happen to have any of the silver weave with you, from Hallandor?
I do, yes.
Could I see it?
Yes. And he goes over to a pack and pulls out a silver weave and brings it over to you.
Is it like a garment, or is it just like a...
It is like a toga with silver woven into it.
This is amazing. Do all of your soldiers have something like this?
No, it was a gift for me. I was an orphan, and when I was born, or when I was placed on the steps of an orphanage, I was wrapped in this. I believe it was a human voice, but now it fits me.
Well, I was an orphan too, but I never had anything like that. And then I pull out a little scrap of silver weave that I've made into like a handkerchief, and I show it to him. And I said, I've always wanted a full silver weave garment. How much would something like that cost? For someone my size, I mean.
For someone your size, it would be, I think, about 250 gold.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, thank you for showing me that.
It looks very nice, but outside of a few important occasions, I don't wear it. You don't seem like you would want to mingle with the types that would expect it of you. He kind of shakes it when he says that.
Oh, well, I guess I wouldn't know. I just like the way it looks.
If you ever make the money, I hope you find some that fits.
Well, thank you, Tiberius. Is there anything that you want us to look out for tonight? Or you guys are making camp inside the fort, right? You're not going to sleep out in this mess.
Yes, no. We are we just are making sure that it is safe. We want to make sure that every portion of it has been looked over. But no, we will be inside and we will be keeping watch. You all have done enough. Thank you.
No, of course. And you said there was war in the north?
There is likely going to be.
Dal Royath?
Of course. We think they're invading Ur-Sumer soon.
What makes you think that?
There was a governor to the north who negotiated peace between them. Every few years, when one or the other would make a show of strength, he would step in, invite the Ryoth and an important priest or an important general from Ur-Sumer, and they would go over terms and they would agree. He died very recently. I don't think anyone else is committed to peace the way that he was. Which is unfortunate. As soon as they are at war, I imagine that Hallandor will be at war for a very long time.
Well, I'm sure that Ur-Sumer will appreciate your help.
I would appreciate fighting alongside the people of Ur-Sumer. But I would rather not fight on any soil other than my own.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that then. Thanks, Tiberius. And I'll put out my hand again to shake.
Yeah, he takes it and he says, I'll pray to my gods if you pray to yours. And he shakes it. Or yours being non-plural for you.
I understand. 5 blessings to you.
30 to you. And he smiles when he says that.
And I'll head back to my companions.
Okay. Khalid, you just feel like $1 million from your
Heck
friend.
yeah. Me and my god just hanging out.
And you all are back inside.
Okay. Well, you guys want to bed down for the night? Maybe strike back to the town tomorrow? I think some reward money was promised to us.
Sure. That sounds good to me. I do have a proposition for you all, though.
Okay.
in the north, Tiberius has said that there's rumors of war, and especially against my people from Ursumer. And I don't really want to just keep dilly-dallying around here trying to make some coin. I'd like to head back and lend my blade and rod. Would you guys like to come?
Well,
I
Yes.
have nothing keeping me here. I'd come along.
There's plenty of glory and silver, I'm sure, to be won, and tales to be told, Biff.
All right, yeah, that's all I need is a receptive crowd, and, you know, perhaps a receptive date later that night.
I do have to warn you, there's not very much drink there, so perhaps you should bring your own, Biff,
Yeah,
if you
might
want to
wanna-
keep drinking vodka.
yeah. When we
Out
go
of the
back
glass.
to town, I'll stock
Stock
up a
up.
little bit. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Thank
They
you for
don't
that.
have water.
Oh, no, they have plenty of sustenance, but not the poison that Biff likes to drink.
Ugh, yes. Maybe he should dry out his veins.
Oh no, I like them nice and wet. Thank you. Speaking of, anybody have any of that vodka on them?
Yes, I hand you a glass.
I'm gonna take a sniff of this. Do I need to roll perception?
Sorry, I guess Khalid, is it vodka? Or are you trying to pull a fast one and give him...
Natural 20 deception.
Alright.
All right, yeah, I'll just I'll snatch it from you greedily and down the whole thing before.
It's water, you
Realize it.
fool.
Oh, I knew it.
I'm letting them dogs out.
Well, thank
Oh,
you, because I was dehydrated anyway, so it's appreciated.
Now, the great thing about letting dogs out at PetSmart is that we've got all different kinds of leashes to keep those good boys and bad boys on those leashes.
Alright, I'm back.
Thank God.
So, yeah, Biff, you drank a lot of water. Oh, were you doing a PetSmart ad?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt from our
Oh, no.
sponsors.
It was not flowing. It was.
I feel like, well, I do feel like while we're talking about it, we should clarify that PetSmart, their mice are real mice, and they're not a man turned into mice through magic. So
That's the
don't
thing
feel
about
weird
PetSmart.
about buying them for
That we
yourself.
know of.
PetSmart's all about of mice and not of men.
You don't know that you don't know that mouse was a man turned into a mouse by magic.
I don't, but we're all thinking that it's a possibility, and I don't want
And
that to cloud
you know
people's
what?
judgment when they go to buy mice at PetSmart.
I don't know if we can be totally sure that every single mouse sold from PetSmart has been a mouse and not a man turned into a mouse. I don't know
Well,
if we
it,
can make that
it didn't
claim.
say it in any of the literature they asked me to read for the commercial, so
But
Oh, they give you literature? They just tell me to freewheel it, baby. I'd say
Well, they
improv. That's your number one skill, Brian Ziola.
well, they recognize your real life charisma score.
6.
um, and you all can take a long rest after Biff has had a big old swig of water, basically getting
boy.
hydrated due to a prank.
It's a good prank.
Your face is clear.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pissily go back to that room with the bed in it and get in that bed.
Okay, so you go to the room with a bunch of grease on the floor and a partially burned up door.
To be fair, the grease has disappeared at this point.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I want to be smelling all night. It's better than the fucking giant burning. So.
And well, actually, that was quite smelled quite good. But no, you get into the big. It's a human sized bed. So to you, it's like a
Yeah.
it's like an Alaskan king.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm
Nice.
gonna stretch out, take advantage.
I'd like to find a closed off space where I can go and meditate, is what I say to everyone.
Okay. And then you find a closed off space.
Yeah. And I meditate for a little bit.
Okay. Zakar and Jackson, do you all find your own spot, or are you all like, let's go bunk with Biff and just slide into that large bed?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I was just gonna go track him down.
I'll find my own space and I'll ritually cast Tiny Hut to give myself a hidden place to sleep.
I almost picked that spell too. I'm glad I didn't. I think we only need one tiny hut per group.
You have a tiny hut.
And then I'm going to spend a little while before I go to sleep to think about this necklace that I'm wearing.
Okay. So in that short
See if I can
rest,
figure out what it's about.
you do, and you figure out that if you say the word of power, the Elvish word shape, a random magical effect will occur.
Whoop.
Once per day, you can have a random magical effect. Could be positive, could be negative. And Zakar, you find a place to sleep too?
Yeah, I probably was gonna track Biff down actually, and
Okay.
try to cuddle up with him.
Yeah, you see them like. How does Biff sleep? Is Biff?
I think he's the big spoon.
Yeah, when he comes in, I'm like totally spread eagle. But when I hear him approach, I kind of look up and then begrudgingly lift up the covers for him to climb under.
Thanks, buddy.
Begrudgingly.
Well, like you're letting your little brother sleep with you after some bad dreams, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'll just kind of like cling to his back while we sleep.
Okay. And why don't we go ahead and take our break a little early? Does that sound all right?
Cool.
Sure.
And we'll meet back
Yeah,
here
that's fine.
at 7:20.
How much gold did we get each, by the way?
You got
We got
120.
30 each.
30 each? Okay, cool. Thank you.
I have those javelins.
Yeah.
I think somebody said they found javelins, right?
Yeah. It was 6 of them.
Okay, cool. Thanks,
no
y'all.
no one else wants the studded leather. I might take it if it'll fit me.
Go for it.
Yeah, I could use it too, but I mean, as long as it goes to either of us, I think that's fine. It's
Well,
probably
yeah.
more dangerous that you get hit. Like, you have less hit points than me, so you should probably
Yeah.
have it.
It's probably human size though, judged based on the people we were fighting. So.
Yeah, whatever works. I'm not upset if I don't get it. No.
Okay.
All right, so at 7:20 is when we'll be back.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
The funny thing about PetSmart is that their logo could be PetSmart or Pets Smart, or no wait, Pet Smart.
Or Pets Mart.
Pet Smart, Pet Smart.
Mm-hmm.
See, it was different. It's like the difference between the way that I say Taco Bell and the way that some people say Taco Bell. Don't hit that.
Or
Don't hit that B that way.
Could be Petsum Art.
Oh, it's art
Like it's an art store.
for your
from-
Petsum.
Petsum's Art.
That's like how you say yesum. It's like Petsum. What type of art do you have here? Petsum.
You're saying yes to a Pepsi?
When you ask
Yes,
for
Pepsi.
Coke and they say, "Oh
Pepsi.
no, you're saying I am affirming something to a Pepsi that I'm speaking to."
Yep.
Okay, I tell you, this is what you don't get from Critical Role. You don't get Pepsi-based improv in the break.
That's right.
So a quick word to our listeners. Our adventurers here have gone from just level 2 all the way up to level 5 in this time between the last session for this group and this current session. This one being after they have killed a storm giant.
Storm giant.
A storm giant. That's correct, Brian. We did a little work for PetSmart, so.
Oh, good.
If you're worried that your ad read, which I'm sure was fine, didn't do well, don't worry. We'll still. I don't want to say get paid because they don't.
They don't. They're just our benevolent benefactors, but I don't know what they're benefacting. I don't know if benefacting's a word.
It's the fact that I made jokes about them in our first couple episodes. They found out about it and emailed me, and we're just like, "Hey, we're going to take your mom's house if you don't."
Oh no!
You don't read these ads the way that we want you to.
Whew, that one's on me, bud. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I came. Me and Zach came in and we worked it out.
Okay.
So PetSmart will not be driving to my house and giving me an eviction notice straight to my hand, like the exterminator who came to my door and did not move away when I opened it, even though he wasn't wearing a mask today. I never really thought about it, but I guess it does make sense that exterminators would have to go door to door in this economy.
This one looks like it's got bugs. Let's go.
I mean, he literally pointed at ants that were next to my door. It was just like, I mean, come on.
You see those ants? You can't have ants like that, boy.
And I was like, oh, we don't really get too many bugs in here. I said as a lie because I had just gotten out of the shower and wanted to step back inside. And he was just like, oh, inside's not really the problem. We deal with outside of the house. And I was like, well, this is where they live. I don't want to pay you to just come to my house.
This is where the bugs go.
And kill bugs for trying to breathe. I don't try to get flies out of the house, but if a mosquito or a moth or a lightning bug gets in the house, I just try to shepherd them outside. If a fly gets inside, I help my dog hunt them.
So whenever you see a mosquito or a lightning bug, you're like, all right, I got to get my flute out.
Mosquitoes can fuck off. I'll kill a mosquito.
I get a
kiss nest, but
mostly with mosquitoes, I just open something and try and swing my arms at them because I hate it. I hate any inconvenience, which includes itching.
That's true.
But I do get my little shepherd's crook out for lightning bugs. And
it is weird that a exterminator who should be the most comfortable wearing a mask at all times wasn't.
Yeah, right.
He was doing,
someone who deals with
a heavy-duty mask.
He was doing the ear hang. Well, and I'm not sure that he was the exterminator. I'm guessing that he is the he was the face for the exterminators.
He's the face man for
in all likelihood.
The heist.
In all likelihood, this is the FBI who is trying to spy on someone in our neighborhood, and they want to have the van show up and have a backstory.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I saw an ant. You mind if I park my van out there for 3 weeks?
Pay no attention to my big headphones and little satellite that I point at the house across the street from you. When we get flies in here, my dog will absolutely lose it. So we have a system where if he can corral them against one of the walls, I will come over and just be above it so that it can't fly up, and that helps him not throw horrible fits where he threatens the sanctity of my house. Sanctity is the wrong word.
No. Flies are sacrilegious.
That's true. And so is my dog. He's a big atheist, but like a 2008 atheist where it's more about like hating his parents.
For sure.
Have we got everybody back?
I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. Then we can go ahead and jump back into it. So, you all have a long rest, and, before you went to sleep, you did feel like, oh, I have a deeper understanding of all that I can do, but now that you're awake, you're like, oh, sweet, I'm level 5. I completely know that I'm level 5.
Hey, Zakar, do you feel like level 5 today? This morning?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that if I had to put a number on how I feel, 5 would be pretty close to it.
Man, it's weird. I feel like I went to sleep feeling like a level 2, and I don't feel like a level 5. It's a big day yesterday, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad we slept in this bed. I'm sure that if they slept on the floor, they probably are feeling maybe level 4 at best.
Yeah, good call. You gonna have some breakfast too?
Yeah, sure.
You hear from another room, I have discovered the secrets of a level 5 universe.
I guess it wasn't the bed.
And you hear it almost as if it's echoing through the door of some sort of tiny hut. And what was
I only Misty step to walk.
But you all head back to the kitchen area.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just say that you all designated that as your meeting place for the morning, and the 4 of you arrive just outside of the door in the early morning. And when you step into the kitchen all at once, thinking, oh, let's have a little bit of breakfast stew, why don't we? Inside, laying, like, draped over the crate, like one arm hanging off of it, one arm hanging in the crate, and sort of leaning against it, you see sleeping that woman who you saw the night before, Zakar and Khalid, snoring really loudly. And it seems like she was eating a lot the night before. Like, there is a lot of food gone. The turnips and some of the, I don't know,
Should we
peanuts.
put her in one of the beds, maybe? Maybe let her sleep this one off? It looks like she had a good time last night. Maybe we should...
Perhaps she got into Khalid's vodka.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Tiberius said that she was a prisoner here, but not really a prisoner here. So, I don't know, she was like hiding away or something like that.
Oh, perhaps she's our little mouse friend.
What does that mean?
That's a really weird thing to say.
I don't like that at all.
Oh. You're not going to say
you can explain it?
This is just weird. It's just weird. I'm going to walk away from that comment.
We were searching the room, and we found a little mouse that had a sense of magic to it, and it scurried away. I believe it may have been changed to that shape by magic, and it was actually a person. Perhaps that's this entrapped woman.
What an interesting thing to keep to yourself for a full night.
I'm an internal processor, okay?
Yeah, Pentium. I don't know.
I'm a Pentium 5 now.
Ooh.
So you all are just
By
like
multi-class, I'll be dual core.
you all are just like standing in the doorway looking inside, and she is just like.
I'll go up to her and shake her, and I'll say, "Woman, wake up."
Oi! Right, what's it? What's it? What's it? What
Who
you
are
want?
you?
Who are you? How would a Cockney woman say, "Who are you"? Who are you?
Hey!
Who are you?
Who are you?
speak Queen's English.
All right, well, Nathaniel, you're doing French.
Yeah, it's just none of its actual words. It's just inflections similar to the words.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you then?
Governor?
Yes. My name is Khalid. Who are you?
My name's Yu Yan. Why you wake me up?
Well, you were sleeping on a crate.
Oh, was I?
It's not an appropriate place to sleep.
Well, I mean, I fell asleep, because I was a bit tired, and I come in and I wanted to have some food, and and then she sees Jackson and Biff, and goes, "Oh, you all right? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you if you didn't expect to see somebody sleeping on a crate. It's not a bad place to sleep, frankly. Are you, She points at the car. You're the one that made that, stew last night, right?
Well, the good parts. Quillian made the bad parts.
Yes, I made the bad parts.
Well, I'll be quite honest. I had a few things to drink, and
Water.
some water was an ingredient in one or two things.
There were things to drink here last night.
Oh yeah, the soldiers got into down in the yard. And to be quite honest, I enjoyed all of the stew. So if you all were planning to possibly make some, I would not be averse to having a little nip. And she
sure.
stood up.
Ate all of the stew that was left.
Well, there were a lot of soldiers outside.
And you're hungry now,
Yes. Yes,
even though you ate all the stew.
I didn't eat all of the stew. I just had a few servings. I had not eaten in a few days, so.
Wait, were you ever a mouse? Is that?
What a bizarre thing to say again.
Yeah, that's very bizarre.
Hey,
Speaking nonsense.
If she was, she'll know what I'm talking about. All right.
That's, I guess, true.
I have never been. I've never been a mouse. Nope. I have always been. Human. Not a mouse.
Oh, I can do this. Are you made of celestial fire, or ever have been?
That is strangely specific. And you all are talking very loudly.
Well, it just seems that you've come to recognize Biff and myself, and the only thing we've come across that we didn't already know of was a mouse, and now you are here.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I was the mouse that you saw in that little room. I had locked myself in there when the bandits got here. I had a bit of food and I ran out of it. So there you go.
How is it that you ended up taking the shape of a mouse?
I cast a spell and turned myself into a mouse. Yeah, I figured, I hear fighting outside. Probably a good time for me to get out of here.
Nope.
More fighting.
Yeah, I'd heard a bit of fighting. I heard a couple of the bandits running hitherto.
Yeah, when we killed the giant.
I thought you were saying now.
Right now, yeah.
No.
I thought you were saying you hear it now.
No, I don't hear it. I don't hear a thing. So I thought, hell of a time for me to turn into a mouse, slip under the door, make it out of here, and then I turned myself into a mouse, and then I heard your voices, and then the door got started on fire.
I apologize about that, I suppose.
You had to get in somehow, and You did, so. Cracking there.
Did they get your name? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it if
Yeah,
you told them.
I'm Yu-Yon.
Uyan?
Yu-Yon.
Yu-Yan.
Yu-Yon? It's Yu-Yon.
Oh, you yawn. In the morning, you yawn.
I did Australian, then French, then country, trying to...
You yawn. Have you ever thought just American English accent?
My name is Yu-Yon.
It's Yu-Yon. Y-U-Y-A-N.
Okay. Well, Yu-Yan,
Are you related to Guandao?
I think Guandao is a weapon.
No.
Oh, he was so good they just thought he was a weapon.
Like he had to register his fists as lethal weapons.
Well, I think that there's a chance that it's based off of the God of War / historical figure Guan Yu. That they decided to then give the name of a Guandao, which is just blade on a stick, to it. But that's semantics.
That doesn't sound right.
I'm sure not. What do I know?
Ben, did you say if she was a particular race that...
Yeah, she's a human woman. Her description, she is disheveled and clearly hungover. And like she said, looks like she has just eaten for the first time in days. She looks about mid-30s. She's very, very beautiful. She's about 5'4".
I give her some pita bread.
Oh, thank you. She takes like a small bite, almost like a mouse, basically to taste it, and then she just shoves the portion that you gave her into her mouth.
Yes, it's very good. The flavor is flavorless.
Well, what do you know about this place that we're in? Is this a place you stay often, or you just passing through and were unlucky to be here when bandits arrived?
Bit of both. One and the other. Nobody really stayed here for a really long time, so when my research took me here or there, I would sometimes stop in here, take a few days of rest, and then just out of the blue, what do I know? I see a pluming giant stepping over the wall. So that was distressing, and I thought, well, maybe you can take him, but probably better to just hide.
Are you researching the arcane?
Oh, I do a bit of that, yeah.
I pull out the ice wand and say, "Did this belong to you?"
Oh yeah, that was one. I was all right for you to keep it.
What does it do? Could you mind telling me exactly what it does?
Oh yeah, it shoots lightning.
Oh really? That's. Did you design this yourself?
It was a bit of a fake out.
Okay.
You pick it up and somebody thinks, "Oh, got ice coming my way." Joke's on them.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Yeah, because
pulling my leg or something.
It would be a shame if they were able to dodge the lightning that would come out of it.
It's pretty odd. Insight, you can tell this is the truth, and she has a twinkle in her eye, as in it's a pretty funny prank when somebody expects ice and you just shock them. It's a bit odd to get out of the way.
Perhaps we could scrounge up a proper meal, and you can tell me a bit about what this research you're doing is.
Yeah, sounds all right. And she sits down at the table, just kind of smiles and says, "Do you have any more of that bread?"
Yes.
Can I have some?
Zakar, what are you planning to make this morning?
Well, it looks like we have stuff for Tree Nut and Ravenfoot stew again.
Well, unfortunately,
we'll need
I
your
haven't
second Ravenfoot.
concluded my
Got some salted
investigations
vegetables,
of
too.
this foot, so you'll have to find a different recipe.
Okay, well, then we're going to have Tree Nut soup. without.
Some salted root vegetables, right? Toss those in there. Some beets.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was in the. You couldn't taste the turnip undertones in the stew last night.
The tree nut was really pretty overpowering, but
sure.
I guess,
well, let's have.
Now that I know that they're in there.
Let's have another try at it.
Can I recommend an ingredient, Zakar?
Yeah, of course.
I would put water in it.
I did put water in it last night, but maybe it could use a little more today.
Good call. I like that.
Perhaps you should continue praying for more water.
Well, actually, I haven't done my prayers yet this morning, so I was thinking while I cooked, you guys, I could lead us all in prayer, and then I start singing the prayer that I did, and it takes like the whole time that I'm cooking.
This is not how prayers sound. Okay. I let him sing.
Yeah, Yu-Yan is basically like snacking the whole time, and at some point she asks if there is any, like, do you want to have anything to drink? Anything to... She whistles, like motions a drink.
Boy, I wish. You say the soldiers had something? You think they got anything left over that maybe we could go take a nip of?
I think they just might.
We're actually a dry group. I think I've decided for everyone, right?
Yeah,
everyone,
but if you want an escort, I'll escort you to the soldiers' booze if you want.
You all right? Let's go, little one. And she gets up and starts walking. Biff, as you leave, you smell what is apparently the best goddamn stew anybody's ever made.
It just needed a little more water, I guess. I think Khalid did the good part this time.
Just the right amount of water.
And you go down, and she's kind of just talking to talk the whole way, like not really saying it much. Like kind of just like, oh, this fort was made some time ago. I don't really know quite when that would have been. But boy, oh boy, it's been standing for a really long time, and I thought that most people didn't know about it. And then you all get down, and you have there's like a small stockpile, and there is a like crate with a bunch of bottles with what looks like rum in them. And a lot of them are like half emptied, but a few have full stuff. And she scoops up like 3 full ones and kind of tucks them into her arm, and then just starts taking the rest and kind of putting them there.
Yeah, I'm going to scoop up 3 full ones too, and maybe fill up a 4th from the remnants of the other ones to drink now.
All right. Well, if your friends don't want any, there's more for us.
I think that's a great idea. I hold my bottle out to cheers her.
She does that and then takes a really long, like longer than you think is natural.
I'm
swing.
I'm gonna try to match her. I'm just gonna watch her and just see if I can, beat her. But if not, then
make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 17.
You feel you get close, but
okay.
She seems to like the sauce. And then you all go back up, and she talks the same way. Zakar, you have finished this beautiful, amazing stew. When now everyone is together for breakfast stew.
Great. Well, I said my prayer. Quilly, do you want to lead us in prayer for the meal?
Yes. Okay, this will take 3 hours. Everybody, please stand in the most uncomfortable way you can.
Before he starts, I wanna play a little prank on him. If I could do it stealthily, I want to use prestidigitation to flavor his water to taste like really strong vodka.
Okay. You can do that with prestidigitation. So Khalid's cup is filled with water, but it's going to taste like something else.
All right, allow me to clear my throat for a moment. To start this prayer, let me just take a swig of this perfect purified water.
It's like stifling a laugh.
And I drink and I go, ah!
Do you do a spit take into Jackson's face?
Yes, I spit it all in Jackson's face, and then I cast Lesser Restoration on myself. To never be drunk. I never will. It's not going to happen. Not today, demons.
What happened? What's wrong?
I drank
thought
poison.
the soup was good today.
No, it was not. It made water taste poisonous. I don't trust you, Zakar.
I'm gonna drink my water. Mine's fine. And I hand the cup to him.
I'm gonna flavor that one too.
Khalid, it's me. I don't drink that poison either. Here.
I take a sip and then I throw it against a wall.
Whoa, we need to calm down, Khalid.
No, you need to calm down. You've let the devil inside of you.
No,
Jackson, kill this man.
I just made the soup.
Jackson, kill him.
Jackson, don't kill him.
He has a sixth arm and it's evil.
Ah, I got you. It was me, buddy. I got you. You remember how you got me last night with that water trick? I just wanted to repay the favor. You know how it is, right, bud? Right, bud?
I put my hunter's mark on him.
Hey, bud, what's this floating above my head here?
Don't worry about it.
You just understand that something's changed, Biff. Yu-Yan has already finished her bowl of stew and is like scraping her spoon around it to get as much as she can.
Well, I thought we were going to have a nice breakfast this morning, but I guess that we're just going to pull pranks on everyone today.
I'm done with the pranks. That's all the pranks I got.
I would like to... my prank was a gift.
So was mine.
Hey, Oolong, do you need us to take you somewhere?
I am, in fact... Hold on, let me... Oi! I'm not a shape-shifting pig.
Or tea.
To be perfectly honest, I could use an escort of 4 capable gentlemen, if you were inclined.
Oh yeah, we're headed to Ursamir next.
By way of Cheshire?
Is that the best way, Ben, from where we're at right now? Or
It would be the quickest. Let me take you all to the world map.
Ooh.
We also have to go back to the other town, right? First?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So you all are in Shuhan. You're really, like, here. So going through Jesha, then into Ursamir is probably your best bet.
Yeah, I'd say that's the route that... I mean, we could certainly take that route.
That's where you're from?
No,
Zakar?
oh, sorry.
I'm from Ursamir.
Yeah. I'm from here, right?
No, you are from down here.
Oh, okay. Yes. Let's go to Ursamir.
Oh, well, that sounds about perfect. Would you be inclined to possibly face some danger? Because you seem like nice lads. I don't want to put you in any trouble that you can't handle.
Is the danger evil?
Oh, it's quite evil.
Well, what is it?
It's I have a group of people who don't quite like me, don't quite like my research that I've been doing. That's why I like to hide in places like this. So, there's a group of people dedicated to my destruction, and part of my research includes near the border of Shuhon and Zeshan, trying to get something from a dragon's hoard.
What are you
What is
researching
this
exactly?
research? Yes. Now we're to the true interest of it.
So I research. Don't laugh. I research spirits. Things
Oh,
tied
you
to
do?
places. Things that are of a different type than, not quite the gods, not quite the arcane, something in between. And I have a theory
Now,
that
this is very interesting, and he's got out his spell book actually, and is on a separate page and is writing some of this down.
Someday soon something's going to happen. A couple of old texts talk about bad things happening. Of course, there's predictions of things happening every year. Every year, you read enough, then you'll find apocalypse is predicted for this day or this month, and then it's tomorrow, according to this guy. But there are a lot of dates in things that other people who looked at spirits saw that could be later, but might be coming in the next few years. And I think that the best way to try and do something about it is to have some spirits on the side of mortals. So I have been trying to find ways to communicate with them when I can, and a bridge between our version of existence and the world that the spirits exist in is dragons. They're sort of in between.
Interesting.
Have you successfully communicated with any of these spirits yet, or did you need this focus from this dragon?
I've had a few small conversations. None of the big ones. Not yet. I'm working my way there.
What is this relic that you're trying to find from the dragon?
That's something that, unless you all agree to come with me and make sure that I am the one who walks away with it, I don't really know if it's something that you need to know. Being honest.
I need to know everything in the world, according to myself.
Well, that's very nice. I need to not tell anyone who might try and stop me or sell information to the people who are dedicated to stopping me, so I think that's according to me. So, sorry.
If it makes you feel any better, I also understand what it's like to be an outcast in the world of the arcane.
I gotcha. Well, then, hey, you just agree with me that you're going to help me and you're going to make sure that I'm the one who keeps it and you don't take it yourself, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
She looks at the rest of you and smiles.
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. doesn't like his water. Mr. Mask. What do you think? She's looking at you, Khalid.
I think you took a vow of silence.
I'm sorry, I was praying. What was it that you asked me?
Just if you agree. You agree?
Do you agree?
Oh, Yes. Well, here's the thing. Yes, we're gonna kill evil people. I'm fine with that.
All right.
Once you said evil people, I started talking. Oh my god, it's a whole thing. I thought, yeah, let's do it. Did everyone else agree? I really, I will. When I close my eyes, I'll tell you what. I think I'm drunk.
Unfortunately, you're the
Guys,
only
is this
one
what
that agreed,
drunk is?
Waleed.
I think I'm drunk, and this is not good.
Look, an inebriated mind is an open mind. Don't be worried.
If you only think about breathing out, do you forget to breathe in?
No, your body will take care of it, man. Just trust me. Yeah, I've had some bad trips. You just gotta know it's gonna be over. All right, you gotta breathe. You know that it's eventually gonna be over. Okay.
I took my oath of vengeance last night, and it's against you.
Before I even pranked you.
Yes, I knew it was coming.
Well, okay, that's fair.
All right, let's go.
Oh, well, it's not really a thing. At least, I mean, it is now, but pretty soon it won't be. This dragon's got an egg. Should be hatching soon. So I think I go in, grab the egg. Dragon hatches out of the egg, sees me, thinks, oh, first thing I see, ask me mum. I have a dragon. I teach the dragon to defend mortal creatures with lives and families and thoughts and feelings, and then what you know, I bring it back to the older dragon. It convinces the older dragon. The dragon's just so happy to see his little baby, and then a couple more dragons start talking, and the dragons help us deal with whatever it is that's coming.
This is a very dragon-centric plan you have.
Oh, I mean, I have a lot of plans in case any one individual part of it doesn't work.
Do dragons raise their own young? Do they like teach them and take care of them like that, or do they just slay them and once they're hatched and gone?
Usually it's they hatch and they grow up a bit and then they come home.
And is it the strength of the dragons that you want for this endeavor, or is it because of their position as this in-between vessel?
It's more the position, yeah. If I can take a dragon with me when I go and speak with spirits of the deep and the spirits of the mountain, spirits of the sky, spirits of the field, you know, that's gonna be a real foot in the door. And then when hell rains from the sky, we'll have something older than any elf or human or dwarf standing next to us.
How many dragons do you need for that?
How many what?
How many dragons do you need for that? Can you just take the baby dragon and raise it as your own and use that?
I could try. I do feel a bit, you know, I don't want to kidnap somebody forever, really. Dragons think, they talk, they have feelings, so...
Does she seem on the level about this dragon stuff?
You can make an insight check. She doesn't
17.
seem to be lying to you.
Okay. I don't know about your dragon plan, but I'm still happy to help you.
Okay, there's another reason that I particularly want to get involved here. The people who have it out for me, they are also trying to secure favor with some dragons. So I have reason to believe that they are making moves to try and steal this dragon egg. And I don't want them to have it. More important than me having it is making sure that they don't have a way to reach the spirits.
What would they do if they did?
I suspect try and do something, you know, make it. They'll balk. I think
dog dragons.
I think their first step is going to be very similar to mine. go to a place where spirits are said to have once roamed. Say, hey, I've got a dragon here. Do you want to come down and talk to me? And once the spirit shows up, I think their plan is to kill them. So I don't want that to happen.
Ben, would you say, would I know about, as a zealot type person, would I know about Baphomet? Is that something in this world?
If Baphomet is Baphomet is a fiend type, right?
No, Baphomet's a platinum dragon. He's like a god.
Oh, Bahamut.
Bahamut, sorry.
No, Bahamut is not a thing in this setting.
Okay, it's not a thing. Okay. Do I know anything about dragons and like colors and things like that in this world?
Make a nature check.
Nature. 3.
You know that dragons have different colors, and that affects the climates they like to live in.
Okay, got it.
And I will say, just for the rest of you, general dragon knowledge, you know that no dragon has morality that can be easily explained. They are either a bastard or a alright person of their own choice.
Got it.
Well, I mean, it seems like a just cause, but I am trying to get home, so maybe we could go ahead and head out. We can finish our stew, but I'd like to get started.
I feel like stew is easily travelable. We can eat it while we walk. Stew is just easy. It's kind of like the one-stop shop of food. You can just eat it in the car. You can eat it.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could go ahead and start now then, if you want, Khalid.
Maybe we could make like ghost stew, like a little packets that you can just slurp out of a thing.
Maybe just empty out a water skin or two, and open up the nozzle a little bit and have a stew skin.
You think it'll keep its heat, or you think it'll cool down after a little while?
Might get a little cool.
Thank you all for chatting about stew.
But I can just use prestidigitation to heat it back up.
That's amazing.
Bah! And I just do some flashes with my hands.
Yeah. Yu-Yan had a second bowl of stew while you all were talking, and is just openly drinking the used rum bottles.
There's something about the flavor of stew that gets better as you talk about it. It's kind of like Olive Garden.
Our second sponsor for this week.
Cigars Stew. When you're here, your family.
Olive Garden. Do you have a craving for 3-year-old breadsticks? Not 3-year-old. 3-day-old, though. 3-day-old breadsticks?
Man, I prefer a 3-year-old.
An unlimited amount for you.
Hi, welcome to Olive Garden. We make our breadsticks out of the same core ingredients that PetSmart uses for their biscuits.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're mad at your family.
That's more like Olive Garden. When you're here, you're divorced and you're looking for a family.
Okay, but you all can finish your breakfast. A tense breakfast after some pranks.
I don't know if I like getting locked into a prank war.
You started it, man.
This is a Cold War. It's all about escalation.
I have the ultimate prank spell, though, so a couple of them, actually.
You could just have a proxy war and see who does a better job of pranking Jackson.
Ooh.
No one pranks Jackson better than Jackson pranks Jackson.
But so you all are going to just hit the road going north, or are you going back to Theon?
I mean, we should probably run and get paid, right?
Yeah, I can stock up on some vodka, too.
Yeah, we'll probably need the gold to make this trip to steal a dragon. I get the tingles just thinking about it.
Has the army already moved out, or they camped up in this place?
So the storm... Oh, by the way, the storm is a light trickle in the morning. Like it is still a storm, still going on, but it is still ongoing. You see that they have sort of milled about, and they have made their own breakfast, so that they are still here.
Okay.
Tiberius is talking to a couple of like lower officers and seems to be making some plans, but not in a way that makes.
I've brought down the pot of soup when we see them.
Okay, yeah. He is not speaking to them in such a way that he's like, I don't want to talk to any of my new friends.
Tiberius, you haven't headed out yet today?
No, we are planning our route as we speak.
Well, I brought more stew. It's better today.
Well, it was perfectly serviceable the night before, but... And then he smells it and goes, oh, let me get the bowl.
You can really smell the hints of more water on this one.
It was just a bit thick yesterday.
Sure.
I thank you. And he gives himself a serving, and he says, "So you all, where do you head now?"
Well, I'm heading back home to Ursamere.
Well,
These rumblings of war worry me.
I imagine.
Oh, I thought we were heading to... And
No, we're going back to Ursamere.
Well,
Remember we talked last
you...
night?
but then you agreed this morning about...
Well, yeah, that's how you get to Ursamere,
Yeah.
is through Zeshan.
Yeah, I think we can make time for both.
Oh, I apologize.
right. Well, if any of you find...
I guess we haven't decided where we're going yet. But
No, I misunderstood the geography.
I'm on the path my God takes me, which is usually what other people say.
That is a good path to be on, friend. Well, if any of you are ever in Allendor, and I happen to be there as well, please, I owe you a great deal for getting us into the fort when you did. And if I am not out fighting the wars of other men, I would be grateful to entertain you.
we'd be honored, Tiberius. And you're headed back now?
Back, I'm thinking if I don't get orders too quick, I might attempt another try at Synth, but that's a very small chance.
All right, well, we're on our way then.
Right, well, it was nice to meet all of you. Best of luck. He gives you a small salute. And not just small because he's a halfling.
I'll blow him a kiss.
Well,
He just seems confused at the fact that that's how you respond to a salute. But he kind of just...
Salute.
He just kind of nods at you, like, in his confusion.
Oh, I wink and nod back.
Yeah, I give him a slight bow.
He seems very uncomfortable by the bow.
I show no sign of respect. I say, keep your eyes out for God. He's everywhere. And then I walk away.
Yes.
Alright, we have different gods, but... Alright.
Well, we all have the same God. You just believe in something weird.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And have you all left?
Yeah, there were some quick housekeeping questions I had there, Ben. First of all, is it okay if I guess this is for the group, can I have the AD arrows added to my store?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm not claiming anything from that we had, so.
Okay, cool. And then we were talking about Biff taking the studded armor. Would it fit him?
It has the magical stretch capability of all Dungeons and Dragons equipment, where like
Okay, awesome.
there's optional stuff that you can strip off to make it fit.
Sure.
I still don't care to roll for it if you want to make it fair.
No, I think it's better for you to have it since you have less health. Like I can take more hits, so.
Okay. It's just one more AC than Lily, right?
Yeah. I think it's one.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, and you all hit the road, going back to Fionn. Let me show you the town, and then I'll take you to the square, which I just had to get out of my archive. This is Fionn. There's Fionn, and then you all go to the square. I'm gonna let my dogs back inside.
Should we have cut off a piece of that giant to prove that we killed this dude? I don't know if he's just gonna believe this.
It was on fire.
I feel like they may have heard the fight from here.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they know what we're capable of. They saw us solve that puzzle.
And to be fair, we killed an enormous giant. If they try and not pay us, we could just kill them.
Just take the money, yeah.
They could probably tell that we're like level 5 now instead of what we were just a day ago, you know? So.
Yeah, I'll show them my divine health.
I do feel more charismatic, for sure.
So you all make it back to the square. Jan is with you. You see the mayor, and he's talking to a few people who seem to be like kind of maybe vaguely a town guard. And it seems like they're very concerned about something.
Well, I'm just going to approach the mayor with no real regard for what he's doing with the troops here. Hey, Mr. Mayor, we took care of your Lord of Giants problem for you. I think we had some, possibly some sort of reward on the line for that. Is that right?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You all right? You all right, bud? Is everything okay?
Hi. We have a small problem. It's been dealt with for the time being, but it's simply a bit stressful. I'm sorry, I don't quite recall how much gold I offered you.
It's 500.
500?
That's what I've written down in my notebook. I don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, it's definitely 500.
Right. He turns to one of the men and says, Jean, do you mind going to my house and fetching? And the guy says, of course. And he runs off. Right.
So, hey, bud, what's going on? You seem like you got something on your mind here. It's what's happening with these guards and stuff?
Last night, when the storm kicked up, you notice that his like clothes are singed to hell. There was a traveler from the far north, and when the storm started, this is only hearsay, he ran outside and began to shout into the tempest. When people tried to help him, tried to bring him inside, as lightning started to strike closer and closer to our town. He was screaming about the new storm. He said that it was here. That the world was coming to an end. And this was the final note of the last song before it ended, is what he said.
Was that like what was that, like a C sharp or an E? I'd love to know what note that was.
Whatever note thunder is. But the men who were holding him and trying to get him inside did not expect. He was struck by a bolt of lightning.
Oh, wow.
And he stood perfectly fine afterward, while the men next to him were dead. And he just said that we were all doomed, that nothing mattered anymore. And he, all of a sudden, seemed covered in lightning. And anyone who got close to him, he cast spells or breathed lightning onto them. It took a great many of our militia to subdue him, and we are likely going to have to kill him because he keeps raving about how nothing matters anymore. And I'm worried that people might start to believe him.
Yeah, but in a way that's kind of a load off, right? If there's just nothing matters anymore, you're just kind of free to live how you want, right? There's a silver lining to that.
It's nonsense. We've seen bad storms before. Some savage from the north is not the arbiter of the end times.
Well,
But
maybe we should talk to him.
if you would like, perhaps you can get him to be quiet, and then we can see about sending him to a place that has the capability of keeping him imprisoned long term.
Quilidi sounds like a heathen.
He does. Is there any? Is that hitting any like religious notes for me? The idea of lightning, new storm, any of that stuff.
You could make a religion check.
10. Nah.
Could I do the same then?
You could.
It's loading. 21.
Yeah. In the texts of the Five-Armed God, it does mention that some of the other beliefs, because Koshantrianism is one of the few religions that allows for other religions to be possible. It does mention that some older practices of thought, their version of a end of the world has warning signs, where Koshantrianism, it just happens at once. And one of the warning signs that it mentions is like, oh, there will be great floods, or there will be endless storms, or the sun will disappear. It's a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, I had forgotten that, so I probably wouldn't have called him a heathen, actually. But,
Okay. But the mayor says, I will fetch your coin. My men can show you to the man.
Okay, sounds good.
Is he still spouting lightning?
We have him gagged.
Okay.
And because Roll20 is being real weird, I can't pull in his token. So I'm just going to say that this guy over here, who I'm going to put a little lightning bolt on,
Hey.
he's our prisoner. And he is tied up to a post. Like his hands are bound behind his head. Come on, get up here. His hands are bound behind his head, and he is gagged. And you can see he is like a early 40s, long hair, Viking-looking dude. He's shirtless, and he's got a bunch of tattoos up his arms.
He's enormous, too. He's a large creature.
That's just so that you can see that he has a lightning bolt. But he is like, you can see he looks like he's trying to talk to the people who are within shouting distance, but just being gagged, he can't.
Okay. I'm gonna approach him, and as I do, I'm gonna detect thoughts on him.
Yeah. You get closer to him. Are you just doing surface level?
Yeah, for now. I'll approach him and say, "Hey, we heard about what happened to you. Are you feeling okay?"
Yeah. All he's thinking is get him to untie me, trick him, get him to untie me, get out, run away, run somewhere else, start eating what I want, drinking what I want, fuck it all night.
Well, no. Yeah, no, I get you. I get your pal. We're on the same page there. So just calm down. I'm not gonna untie you right now, but I mean, maybe you wouldn't mind answering a few questions for me. We'll see. We'll see what's up.
Answer, don't attack. Let him be. Only he breathes some lightning if he refuses to untie me.
Okay, so you say the new storm is coming. What exactly do you mean by that?
He's thinking, well, I would tell the little fucker if he would ungag me. But
I'm gonna probe deeper.
Okay, you probe deeper, and I get to make a
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving. What's your DC?
14.
Okay, doesn't matter. He does not beat it. His deeper thoughts are basically about how he wants to, in his mind, he wants to kill and drink and fuck his way back north, so that he can go back and kill his brother and basically just create a hedonistic palace in his father's old long house way up north.
Okay.
But it's like he is thinking of the plan, and part of the plan includes getting this little halfling to untie him so he can leave.
Okay, so I gotta tell you, I'm all about a hedonistic party palace. I don't know your brother, so I don't really care about him. But if we let
Did somebody
you go...
say hedonistic party palace?
Yeah, man, this guy wants to start a hedonistic party palace. So all he wants us to do is untie him. If we untie you, are you just gonna go kill your brother? You're not gonna kill anyone in this town. You're gonna leave everybody alone.
You hear the thought. He can read my mind. Huh.
Yes, I'm reading your mind. So don't think about whatever secret thing that you're trying to hide. All right.
He leans forward and he does not think of whatever secret thing he's trying to find.
Damn.
He basically you just hear like a really loud voice that just says, "Untie me, little man. Let me go. I will not kill you.
I'm not gonna kill anybody in the town.
Only if they try to stop me."
Hey Ben, does my divine sense trigger?
Divine sense is something that I think you have to choose to trigger, right?
Yeah, I did it. I didn't want to interrupt you though.
Oh, okay.
I put it in the
I'm sorry,
chat. Sorry.
So you and I will probably have to talk about what divine sense will do, because most of the things that it's built to sense aren't real.
Okay.
In this setting, but I'll say that divine sense is good at picking up the presence of gods. I'll say that is one of the amendments that we can make to it.
Okay.
And so you can tell that this guy has some weird god shit going on with him right now.
Would you say it leans black or white? Like, is it good or evil?
It is right down the middle. The divine nature of the stuff going on with him.
Got it.
Let me go.
let me talk to the leaders of the town. We'll make sure no one hurts you, and I'll be right back. All right?
I will tell you what you know if you let me ungag me. I will tell you, then you let me go, and I go without one of them seeing me.
We heard you can breathe lightning, so we're gonna take it easy on the ungag.
I will not breathe lightning at you if you will let me go.
What do his thoughts say?
You can sense by probing, because he is not barring much from you. He genuinely is just like, I'll let this halfling do whatever. I don't have any beef if I get to go and do the shit I want to do.
Okay, well, and if we let you go, we're up north. You have some hedonistic parties happening. Me and Jackson have an invite, right?
He looks over at Jackson and says, he thinks he can sit close to me, and then he looks at you and is like, you can come too.
Oh. It's kind of backhanded, but I guess I'll still let you go. You guys have any issues with me untying this guy?
Well, why are you untying him?
You know, he just wants to go. The world's gonna end. I say let him. You know, let him have his life. He's gonna leave the town. He wants to kill his brother. He wants to have some, you know, strong prayer time with his five-armed god, and you know, just really, you know, redeem himself in the eyes of his god.
Ben, does he look like he's from Dalrioth or from Yorn? Or the other one?
He is definitely from Yorn.
Oh, okay.
Less settled society. Like it's like a bunch of tribes that live in small villages, and most of their economy is based on raiding or crafting, not farming like Dalrioth.
Yeah, I guess so. Don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I have no.
Guess
I have no
loose.
reason to care.
Alright, yeah, I pulled my reaper out and kind of sliced the ropes that are holding him. But I guess it takes a minute for me to. It's a wooden rapier, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Slice right through.
This could take a year for me to work this by pouring water over it.
It's really made for stabbing more than slicing, but I'll try to get in there on those ropes with it.
Maybe the wand will do it for you.
So, are you just cutting the bindings on his hands?
I'm gonna circle behind when this is happening.
Yeah, I'll cut him down. He can remove his own gag, as far as all that's concerned. I don't really want to. In these uncertain times, I don't really want to touch anything that's on his mouth, you know.
Okay, so you are just gonna cut through the binds on his hands and his feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He genuinely, you feel like genuine gratefulness, and then he just turns and starts running away.
I'd like to channel divinity.
Okay.
And do abjure enemy. Let me see. So he has to make a save, wisdom save.
Okay. He got a natural 1.
Hell yeah. So his speed is 0. And he's frightened for 1 minute of me, or until it takes any damage. And while he's frightened, his speed is 0.
Okay. Yeah, he like skids to his knees, and you just like hear, still with his thoughts, Biff, you just basically hear, why is this happening? They said they would let me go. This is just cruel at this point.
Yeah, Colby, what's going on, man? What are you doing to our friend here?
I thought he was supposed to tell us something.
No, he's told me all that we
like,
need, that he's going to tell us, I think.
Scooting away from, well, he can't because he can't move. he, like, trying to lean away from Khalid, he just thinks, like, they didn't cut my gag. I couldn't tell them anything.
Your hands are free.
Khalid, this prank war is going way out of bounds.
I don't understand why we're letting this person go.
I mean, why keep him here? You know, he's committed no crime.
He killed their men.
I don't think... Was that your fault, dude?
He thinks some of them.
Some of them you did kill on purpose?
He scared of Khalid, he thinks. Yeah.
Why? Why did he kill some of them?
Are you saying this out loud? Is he just thinking this stuff, or is he saying it?
He's just thinking this. Oh, you mean Biff?
I'll communicate. I'll act as the go-between. I'll say what he's saying to the party.
And he just thinks, I told them to leave me be, and they didn't.
He told them not to bother him, and they kept bothering him.
After attacking them.
No, it sounded like he just ran outside and was screaming, and then they came after him. And then as they kept getting more violent, then he got more violent.
The first ones he was struck by lightning, and that's what killed the other guards, not him.
I didn't know I would be blessed, he thinks.
He says he's blessed.
By whom?
Who do you think you're blessed by?
The storm, he says.
The new storm?
The new storm.
The new storm's your god?
Blessed by the new storm.
When you
Guys, do you think we killed the old storm when we killed that giant?
It seems kind of like it.
When you say the new storm is your god, he just thinks, no.
Who is your god?
He kind of takes a moment and says, Stormbeard, the Lord of all weather, King of the Giants.
The one we killed? That's not who we killed.
He
God.
like, shakes his head and says Stormbeard can only be killed when all of his children on Earth are dead. That's in his mind.
Actually, this might be the perfect time. I'm gonna walk a little closer to him, and I'm gonna lay the chicken foot down and say, do you know what these markings and these runes are on the leg here?
He looks down and he thinks, why do these large bird legs say wisdom and memory? That's weird. I have to let my dogs back inside.
That is weird.
Sorry.
Okay.
I toss the chicken leg to Zakar so that he can use them however he pleases to cook.
Well, they're gonna go bad like tomorrow, so.
Well, it's the feet. There's no actual flesh on it. They stay for a while. Worst case scenario, we pick them.
Do we have
Guys,
a
I
pickle
think we
jar
should-
big enough?
Guys, we should worry less about these chicken feet. And
I'm back.
Zakar, you're a man of God.
What are you
do
worried
think we
about?
should do? That a man that can control lightning is just going to run around murdering people.
Yeah, I mean, I
Fine,
guess
we
if,
We can just kill him here and now then.
murdering people. That's. I don't have problems with him worshiping other gods, but
I mean, it's not my biggest problem. Of course,
Oh
I
god,
have
he's
problems
gotten bigger.
He's growing.
I think he ate Khalid.
yeah, if he's murdering people, we should. I guess. I mean, do you think he'll kill again, Biff? Is that what it sounds like?
It sounds like he has no regard for anything. He just wants to fucking party.
I do. You hear? We'll all be dead soon.
What's that?
He thinks, like Biff, you hear him thinking, "We'll all be dead soon. It's best to enjoy it now."
I mean, if you believe that we'll all be dead soon, why does it matter to live another day now?
I'd rather enjoy my last moments than live in fear.
But isn't it better to have your last moments just be these last few moments, and then you die, and then I kill him? No, I'm just.
No, man, he wants to, just like all of us, he wants to go out boning, drinking and boning.
That is not what I want to do.
Yeah, it's what you want to do. It's just
No, I want to go out murdering the people that would do harm to this world.
I think in your heart of hearts, man, you want to go out drinking and
Water. I would like to drink water and then murder evil. And then I would like to die sleeping, remembering how I murdered evil.
When Qualid says, "I'd like to go out killing the people who wish harm on the world," he thinks almost sarcastically, because the minute is finishing.
Yeah.
He thinks, well, then you should go die fighting the Dal Ryathi.
Dal Ryathi.
Hey, well, that's a great opportunity, because that's who we're going to fight when we go back home to Ursamere.
He looks at you, Biff, and he starts to do, like, targeted thinking again. And he says, "You said you would let me go. Cut my binds free, and let me go. I will give you answers to questions with my real words."
Okay, yeah, all right. I'll cut you loose, and I'll do it.
Okay. He unhinges his jaw, and he stands up because the minute's up. Can he stand at the end of the minute?
Yeah.
He's frightened for 1 minute. Okay, yeah. He stands up and he looks at you, and he says, "I gave my word to the little one, but if you attempt anything again, I will kill you." He says that to you, Qualid.
Is that a challenge?
If you choose.
Guys, okay, I think our energy could be better spent being directed toward this common enemy we've just discovered we have, right? Now that we know that we're working towards the same goal here, maybe we can direct the energy, towards moving towards that
I do not
direction.
have a goal. You are.
Well, you wanna get drunk and fuck. Those are goals. Those are admirable ones.
Yeah, the Bang Palace is quite the goal.
It is, but I do not have any more hopes. There will be no more hope. I go to attempt to find a moment of joy before everything crashes down.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, wait, but this guy murdered people just because last night, right?
We literally just got paid 500 gold to let one of their prisoners go.
Yeah.
Hey, the 500 gold was for services rendered, all right?
Well, we don't even have that 500 gold yet. They might not give it to us. They might not give it to us if we
They'll give it to us.
don't kill this guy. I've taken my bow off my back and notched an arrow. I haven't pulled it back or anything yet. But
He looks at you and just kind of like tilts his head and says, "You're welcome to try."
That sounds like another challenge, bud.
Guys, this guy's giving off like not level 5 vibes, all right? He seems like he's maybe a little better than level 5.
I don't know. I'm feeling way stronger than I did yesterday. I think we can take him.
Yeah, we've
There's
fought a giant.
Yeah.
When you say that,
Well,
he looks
He's
at
almost
you.
half the size of that giant, according to Roll20.
When you say that, he like looks at you and says, "You all did it."
Yeah, that
Yeah,
fucker's dead, dude.
We killed the child of the storm god, or whatever, the new storm.
Well, then this was all your doing. Congratulations on
I am
ending
very powerful.
everything.
Well, I mean, it wasn't us. It was Tiberius mostly. He did most of the real grunt work.
Well then, congratulate him for me.
Okay.
Look, I will do nothing to harm you. I have been nothing but cooperative with the terms that I was given.
Let me ask you
I'm going
this,
to leave.
since you're talking freely now. What do you think should happen to murderers?
Now, I think if someone's
Anytime.
stronger than them,
Any murderer.
if someone is stronger than them and would like to kill them in response to it, then that is their choice. Once the dying starts, laws will
It's-
mean nothing.
If someone murdered a loved one of yours, what would you do?
I would kill them.
Okay. And you don't think that you murdered people that had loved ones?
He shrugs and says, I'm sure I did.
And you care nothing of that?
No. We are all going to die.
Yeah, I don't see how the review board for this probation is not going well. I don't think I want to let him go, guys.
I mean, that's fine. We can just get rid of him right now.
It seems like he'll just kill again. I'm gonna shoot my arrow at him.
Yeah, then I'll attack as well.
Okay.
With a guandao!
So, I'm giving you all, the two of you, a surprise round, because as soon as Jackson said that, I started to form the words. He breathes like, but I didn't get it quick enough, so. Yeah, okay. Neither of you hit him. So, everybody...
I get an extra attack because I'm 5th level.
Ooh,
Guandao!
yeah. Me too.
Alright, the...
15 damage! Die, you little bitch! Guandao!
Spinal!
He says, I feel like, it's almost problematic when you say it that way. But he then gets hit with it, like you hit him in the trap muscle.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody roll initiative after both of Zakar's arrows just whiz past him. And Khalid, where did you go? Where is your token?
Oh, I went into this white space right here. Well, no, it's right here.
Oh, yeah, I can't get you back, so I'll have to bring your token in.
By me. Just assume I'll always be next to him.
25 initiative.
And 13 for me.
5.
13 and 5. Okay. So yeah, you hit him with the Guandao, and he seems really cheesed off. And Biff, it is now your turn. You all are closer to him than this. You all just.
Okay.
Can I also have used my bonus action to Hunter's Markham?
No. You didn't.
Nope, never mind.
It is your turn, Biff.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna bully my turn.
Okay. Next up, it is Zakar's go.
All right, I'm going to run back 30 feet. Oh, I'm looking at Jackson instead of me. Whoops.
I mean, he is better looking.
Yeah. And I'm going to use my bonus action to focus my ire on this foe for Slayer's Prey. So the first time I hit him, it'll do an extra 1d6 each turn. And I'm going to shoot my longbow at him twice.
Okay.
17 to hit and 26 to hit.
Okay. Both hit.
Okay. So that's 10 piercing, and 6 piercing from Slayer's Prey. So 26 total piercing.
Okay. Well, that's level 5, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. that is Zakara's turn. Is that Zakara's turn?
Oh, yeah, that's everything. Yep.
Okay, next up in the order, it is Jackson's go.
Okay, I am going to move back here, and I'm going to cast something new. Core. Acid Splash. I do a similar color of sigil that I draw out in the air as to the poison spray, but this time above his head, this weird green bubble forms out of nowhere and then drops down like a water balloon on his head almost, and Acid Splash tries to hit him.
Okay, he saves. So does he take half damage, or is he just...
Oh, let me double check that. Yeah, he saves, so he takes nothing.
Okay, yeah, he just
he avoids it.
Dances out of the way, and he's kind of getting into the flow of movement now, even though he's unarmed and unarmored. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Next up, it is Yu Yan's turn. And Yu Yan is going to run in front of Biff and press a hand to herself. And, yeah, that's her turn. Next up, it is your go, Khalid.
Okay. I will cast Hunter's Mark, and then I will attack him.
Okay. Yeah, bonus action Hunter's Mark, and 27 hits.
And then the other hit, I'm going to attack twice. So 27 and 18?
Yeah, both of them hit.
Okay. Hunter's Mark adds a d6, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay. So 29 damage total.
Okay.
That dude just got gwanned out.
He is bloodied. Okay. There we go.
And I passed her.
Okay. For his turn, he is going to throw back his, like, he arches his back and looks up at the sky and just shouts something in Giant. And from the dark clouds that have a little bit of rain here and there, a bolt of lightning comes down and hits him. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, Khalid?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 0.
Okay. You take 20 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And cannot move until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
And then he is going to start moving away from you. Are you going to take an attack of opportunity?
You said I can't move.
You can't move. That's a
You can't
reaction.
move,
Oh, okay.
but you can act.
Yeah, you still have your reaction if you want to take it.
So, okay, I can't, like, move away from the position I'm in.
You
Okay.
cannot. Can you all... something I need to address just came up. Do you all mind having some
No problem.
mid-battle banter?
Go for it. So here's the thing about pets. Is if they murder something that they shouldn't have, then it's your duty to destroy your pet, right? This is a gray episode, huh?
But what do I use in that case? Where would I find such a thing to end my pet's life?
Oh, well, if you go to PetSmart and go to the funerary aisle,
Well, Brian, you were talking about bad boy leashes earlier.
Yeah.
I think this is where the bad boy leashes might come into play.
They're covered in poison.
Yeah.
They sell dog poison at PetSmart?
Well, here's the thing about poison is no matter what they call the poison, it's going to be a dog poison.
What if I just want to poison my dog but not my cats? I want to get dog-specific poison, right?
Well, that's the thing about cats. Cats are gods, so they can't be poisoned.
Oh.
Go ahead and feed your cat some poison. It won't die. This is
PetSmart.
Brian exclusive. So explain to me. I just can't movement, right? Is that what he was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can attack. So then I'm not going to let him move. Because I'm a sentinel.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
You could probably go ahead and roll that attack if you want.
Yeah.
I'm the DM now.
You're the DM now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that attack.
Hell yeah.
Roll that beautiful Guandao.
Guandao!
17 hits.
I don't think I have advantage. I'm going to put that on normal.
No, I'm the DM. I said you have advantage.
You have double advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be able to move away.
I'm back.
I tried to attack with a 12. It didn't hit.
Okay. Yeah. He just sort of keeps moving, and he gets right here, and he is going to breathe in and breathe out and spray a cone of lightning breath at you.
Oh, come on! I was specifically not fighting you, dude.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
To be honest, this does feel like your fault, Biff.
It's my fault. Trying to let him go. Oh, was it a saving throw? Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Seems better than a 0.
It's a 20 and a 19.
Okay, you take 6 lightning damage.
Well, I'm going to use my turn now.
Okay, you want to drop it? That is the end of his turn, so you can drop yours in. Oh, and he is bloodied, so let me add that.
Alright, what do I want to do to him here?
I'm sorry that I've had to get up and leave so much.
Oh, you're fine, dude.
Yeah, no worries. I am going to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay.
I do that just so it hits him and no one else.
Yeah, your DC is 14, right?
Yes.
Okay, he fails the saving throw.
Okay, so now everyone has
Nice.
advantage
That's awesome.
on him.
What color is the light that is now?
We're gonna say violet.
Okay, so he
I'm
is now
gonna-
glowing purple.
Use my movement to just back up here. Alright, I'm done.
Okay. Then next up, we will go back to the top of the order. That would have been Biff, but is now Zakar.
Wait, since I belayed my turn, actually, isn't it my turn again?
You weren't
'Cause when you
delaying an
belayed-
action. I think you drop your turn, and your turn stays where you put it.
I thought if you belayed it, you could use it any time, and then you'd be...
Aaron, do you know?
Yeah, so the way it works is if you have to say that you're saving your action if you want to do that, and then you can't move if you do that. So you use your movement and your bonus action whenever your turn is, and then you use your action. And I guess you could delay your turn, and that would be your whole turn, but it would be at a different point in the initiative order.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think for what you had intended, that would be a plan, or would be like a turn. So
Okay. Yeah.
Just for, I mean, you're basically in the same spot. It's just your one action down. But Zakar, it is your go.
Okay. I'm gonna just call out. What are you doing? Leave! To like the apple-eating people around me. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him. Oh, that went ahead and rolled it. I meant to just put the information. But and I'm going to use my sharpshooter feat to pull my bow at him twice. And try to strike him. So that's 22.
Do you get advantage with the first one?
Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, both of those will hit.
Okay, and it's 21 piercing, 22 piercing, 3 from Hunter's Mark, and 2 from Slayer's Prey. That's a total of 48 damage.
Okay.
God rules.
Clutch Fairy Fire.
You have become the only good ranger. Okay.
All you need is be pocketed with Fairy Fire.
That's right.
All right. He goes down to almost. I mean, he seems like he's a few good. A single hit like one of those could take him down. Is the change in his demeanor as those 2 arrows hit him and seem to go further. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think I'm aiming for just like vital part. Like, I guess his throat is where a lot of the danger is coming from. So maybe I'm shooting down his like mouth and into his throat.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, so you seem to have fucked up sort of part of his plan.
And I guess I'll like stand in the way of these people back here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Next up, Jackson, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move back to that little spot. And once again, I will attempt an acid splash. DC 16 dex save.
Okay. He does not succeed this time around.
So he takes 7 acid damage.
Okay. He is wavering.
And I'll end my turn.
He is wavering even more as that big water balloon of acid just falls right on his head. And you can see like smoke rising from his hair that you can now see some flesh under. Then it is Yu Yan's turn, who is not going to take the kill. I think she is going to kind of cycle around him. And then it seems like she like lifts her hand and sort of twirls her fingers, like each of them. And then you see like basically in front of, like at the same height as your acid splash, a like what looks like a bulk of paint basically falls over his face. And that is her turn. Next up, it is Khalid. It is your go.
Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to run here.
You
here.
cannot move.
I can't move. Oh, what a world. Until the end of my turn, right? Yeah. I'll throw
those javelins.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a javelin at him.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I will... I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite, which will break my Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to throw my javelin at him.
Okay. You know that it won't... Thunder Smite won't work on the javelin, right?
Is it only melee?
Yeah.
Yeah, first time you hit with a melee weapon.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
21.
Okay, so you still cast Thunderous Smite. And...
Yeah, so it'll just be on my next melee.
Gotcha. Well, doesn't matter, because you just did exact damage.
Yeah,
so
and when it doesn't do...
energized.
What it doesn't do what I want it to do, I go boom. So, I make my own thunder. Fuck him.
Yeah, and when your javelin pierces him, you see him throw his head up, and it's burning with that acid, and he's covered in this paint. He's got an arrow sticking into his throat, and another one just below it. And he just looks up, and he roars, and a massive, like, basically it looks like if you took video of a lightning strike and played it in reverse. Like, a lightning bolt, small, comes out of his mouth and gets wider and more jagged as it goes up into the sky.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he just falls back, motionless.
Oh, my thunderous smite is amazing.
And Yu-Yan kicks his body a few times after he falls and says, "Oh, you thought you were real hard, right? Right?" And just keeps kicking him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why we just couldn't let him fight and fuck his way to killing his brother and having a sick party palace in the north that we could have crashed at, guys.
Because all that lightning could have come out of his dick.
You can still fuck him if you want, Beth.
It's probably still warm.
Important.
And then the mayor returns, and he's got a big old sack of coin, and says, "Oh, thank you. I don't believe in the death penalty, so that was really weighing on me. Let me give you an extra 100 gold." And you all get 600 gold, and that's where we'll call this session.
Oh, awesome. I didn't learn anything from this.
Do you guys just want to say we split the 600 4 ways at 125 each?
Yeah.
That's 150 each.
Huh?
What? Oh, there's 4 of us, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking 5 for some reason.
But don't we have to give money to your god?
Well, yeah, if you guys want, we can split it 5 ways. I thought whether we agreed that we weren't doing that.
there's
Anyway.
also-
You guys can split your portion, rewatch your god, but I'll take my full.
There's also, for the extra 100 at least, there was another person with you.
I'll give her 50 of my gold.
Nice. But okay, that's where we'll call the session to a stop, and we can off mic or after we end the stream we can decide the money. But thank you all for watching, and thank you all for playing. Another episode of the Sunken World Saga. We'll be back next Wednesday with the A-Team. Not the actual A-Team. We are not streaming an episode of the A-Team.
We couldn't afford the drugs to
Get BA on that plane.
drug BA.
But it's fun playing with you, everybody. And remember, don't shop at PetSmart unless you love great deals. Bye.
And dog poison.